Hey folks, today I'm checking out the Tozo NC2s. I'm going to give it to you straight. These NC2s have huge, big bass. Stick around and I'll cover their stats, their sound quality, their ANC capabilities, their ambient mode, and I'm going to even give you an actual phone call sample. Welcome to Sozen Gadgets. If you're new here, consider subscribing to learn weekly about great new earbuds, headphones, and gadgets. Also, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I make new Zen gadget reviews every week. The NC2s are another good-looking earbud in the AirPod shape. They fit really deeply into my ears. They block a lot of sound passively if you wear them deeply, but I was able to effectively wear these for running. And even using the ANC mode on these, I could fiddle with them in a way to get their fit like a loose kind of manual ambient mode and reduce all that thumping sound while I'm running. Because as strong as the ANC is on these, for low frequencies, for higher frequencies, they come through just fine, which was pretty clearly a nice capability for safety while running. Now the case on these is made out of a hard matte plastic. It doesn't really pick up much in terms of fingerprints. The lid definitely stays open, which I think is a plus. The buds are easy to get in, they're easy to take out. They charge via USB-C or wirelessly, and there are 4 lights that clearly indicate the charge status on the case. All right, get ready for some stats. They're IPX6 rated, rain and sweat ready. They have 8 hours of battery life, 32 hours using the case. They have Bluetooth 5.2. They connect right away when you open the case, and they have super duper long range at over 100 feet. Either earbud will work in mono mode with both left and right audio coming through either earbud that you use. They are equipped with in-ear detection, meaning that the music will pause when you take one of them out and it'll play when you put it back in your ears. They have full touch controls, which feature control over everything, including volume, play, pause, previous, next track, voice assistant, and switching between ANC on and ambient mode. But like all other Tozo ANC buds before these, there is no way to turn off both ANC and ambient mode and put it in a kind of all-off mode. These pump out a huge amount of volume at 104 decibels of max volume. That is really, really loud, people. Now, I mentioned up front that the bass on these is massive, and I am not joking here. These will crush you with bass. It might even get a little bit overpowering and overbearing on certain tracks. Sometimes that bass will actually cross over into the mids and the vocals just a little bit. They do a really good job with those vocals and those high frequencies. But they're still never really going to match that overpowering or that super supreme bass's power. What does, though, is their excellent soundstage, which I think benefits from the form factor on these to deliver like a nice full surround feeling on that soundstage. Now there's one thing that I noted about these, and that was that when I first started using these, the bass was like attacking really hard, but it was decaying okay, but it wasn't fully it was releasing a little bit too fast. It really felt artificially to me that the bass was just abruptly ending. Over time, when I started to use these a little bit more, over the course of a few hours and a few days, going back to the exact tracks that I noticed that bass kind of coming in really hard and then disappearing a little bit too fast or releasing a little bit too fast, it went away. So I know like some people don't believe in it, but for me, these buds broke in, and they did something when I first started wearing them that I didn't like. And by the end of my test experience with them, they were no longer doing it. The bass is super supreme, powerful, layered, like awesome bass, but it no longer feels like it cuts off really abruptly on me. I'd call it overall like a really hugely fun sound. What I would do with my favorite EQ app is I would still boost the mids and the highs to balance out that super bass. And I might even tone down the bass a little bit, especially depending on the tracks that I was listening to or the kind of music that I liked. Now, I talked about the ANC a little bit earlier, and what I would say is, or I guess I'll repeat myself, is that ANC is super strong down low, but surprisingly, quite a bit of higher frequency sounds do manage to make it through. So I do believe that the 35 decibel reduction that they talk about is accurate. But it's not going to isolate you entirely from your environment because the high frequencies do seem to make it through quite a bit. And I think you could consider that good or bad. But for me on my workouts, having that a little bit of awareness of some of those high frequency sounds seem to be really good. And I guess that's good because you can't really turn ANC completely off with these earbuds. Now you could switch to ambient mode when you're doing your workouts, which, you know, I think it's like pretty subtle on these earbuds. It's not going to blow you away. It's not super loud, but there aren't any complaints about it on my behalf either. Like there's no extra noises. There's no artificial or mechanical or electronic sounds that I can hear. But that ambient mode will amplify wind noises like pretty much any ambient mode on any earbuds will. The ANC will resist a little slight zephyr, but on gusts of wind or actual wind, it is going to pass some of that wind noise through to your ears. Now lastly, let's check out the mics on the Tozo NC2s. And again, these have 6 microphones, so let's check them out.
This is a test phone call with the Tozo NC2. I'm about to go off on a run, and I just thought I'd catch a call this morning outside. This is with ambient mode on. I can hear these cars tremendously loud now as they go by, and wow, even that Tesla sounds so loud. And that humongous Yukon that just went by was, oh my God, I hope that the phone call didn't hang up. There's like 20 cars that just went by. All right, folks, this is an indoor call quality sample with the Tozo NC2s. I hope some of you at least know why today, Godzilla versus Kong, baby. I'll be watching at 3 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, but I gotta do it. I gotta see this movie. I've been waiting a long time. And it's simulcast on HBO Max, so I'm gonna be there watching. I don't know. Should I let you know whether I think of the movie? Let me know in the comments. All right. Definitely let me know in the comments if you think the indoor quality sample on these NC2s rank in the top 25 of my MicSeries playlist. And again, this is a Google Voice call.
Let me sum it up, folks, by saying for about $50, the NC2s are one of the baddest bass buds around. But they do have a lot of strong competition in one of the many buds, actually, that I've recently reviewed in this style of earbuds. There are about 5 or 6 of them that I've actually recently reviewed. And a lot of these are really good. So this spring's crop of hybrid ANC stem style earbuds is right spot on. So I recommend these NC2s, but do keep in mind the following points. The mids and highs are just not gonna match the awesome bass of these earbuds. And with Tozo earbuds, you can't turn off ANC or ambient mode. You're stuck with one or the other. And again, there's a lot of competition in this segment. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.